Yo, what's up YouTube? Today I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about the Cyclops, as per my previous video that I mentioned I would. It's just going to be a nice quick one about basic strategy for the Cyclops. We are going to focus on Cyclops 6, and we're just going to have a quick look at this front page here for a couple of the others. So let's start with Cyclops 4, because we're just going to jump right into this. I want to show you guys, when you're trying to develop a team strategy for breaking into the next Cyclops floor, you can just come in here. Okay, now you have to come from this screen into the actual info page here. Okay, and you can check their skills of the mobs that you're going to run into, and the main ones that you're going to want to worry about is this big Cyclops guy and this little Cyclops caster guy. Regardless of which floor that you're aiming for, those two are going to be the key factors in determining if your runs are a bit quicker, as well as this defense tower up here. Okay, so they're gonna be the key factor in if you have a quicker run or a slower run, because you want to get through those waves pretty quickly so you can get to the Cyclops a bit quicker. Now, you can see that floor 4, this big guy has a shield, and this little guy does unrecoverable on all enemies. That means you won't be able to heal through the waves if he does do that to you. However, Cyclops 4 isn't something you need to worry about too much. Like, you will bust through it with your heroic 3-star runes from Cyclops 3. Okay, and once you're farming Cyclops 4 nice and easily with your like plus 9-ish 3-star heroic runes, you'll be getting these heroic 4-stars ethers. Sorry, not runes, ethers gear. And you'll be able to, once you start plus 15ing those, you're not even going to really have to worry about floor 5. Floor 5, it actually just does like an attack up and defense break? Yeah, and a defense break. So you don't even need to worry too much about that. Once again though, the towers are going to be defense and crit rate. Now let's start a floor 6 run, because floor 5, you guys are gonna farm 4 or 5 super easy once you've decked out in your legendary 4-star gear from Cyclops 4. However, floor 6 is where you can get slowed down a little bit. You might have a little bit of an issue with these particular mobs here, because they both give shield when you get to floor 6. Okay, as well as the towers can be a little irritating. Let's jump into it right away. I am going to show you guys my gear quickly. Okay, now you can see Brawler. She's running the 5. She's got a couple 5-star gear because I upgraded those to see expenses versus 5-star gear and 4-star gear. Okay, I wanted to see how that went. You can see Sharpshooter here, full 4-star gear. He's got his 10k HP, his 1300 defense. Airstrike is running his 10k HP, 1900 defense. Brawler was what, 13k? Yeah, 13k HP, 2400 defense. And Flashwing's running 15k HP, 1300 defense. Once again, mostly 4-star gear. I've got this one 5-star gear piece on there. I've tried to balance my stats as best I can. Depending on your team composition, your units are like, if you're running a poison comp, you're probably going to be tankier. If you're running a bomb comp, you're probably going to be a bit squishier. You want to be careful about if you're running a bomb comp, especially because even my comp, which is more like a knockdown diminish kind of comp, it is kind of squishy for this once you get to the actual boss, but we'll talk about that once we get there. When you start this, often this first guy here, he does start trying to charge. So you can see I knocked him down right away. This second guy here, his instant shield versus the charge shield. Once he starts charging, the next turn he'll put his shield on. But this guy often on the second turn just instantly uses his shield. You take out these two first as you can. Let me just force the heal here. I'm going to semi-auto it a little bit rather than let it full auto. Oh no, the evade. But you can see how the shield does slows the comp down a bit. Right, that's something you want to watch out for when you're mandeling, basically. So, that guy should have died on like the first turn. But don't worry about it too much, alright? I just want to show you, like, you kind of getting a good example here of how much the shield can slow you down if you don't focus on these units right away. Now, they're going to finish off these guys pretty quickly. The AI is going to use the shield, what I find often with the AI is that it likes to use, like, even if you build up the shield on that particular turn, it loves to use the shield at the start of the next turn. So if you're watching your run, be very careful about that. Now let's actually take a little bit of control. See if we can knock this guy down and deal with him immediately this time. Okay, so I'm taking control. I'm starting to press some buttons. We're gonna see if we can get some people killed. I actually meant to kill this guy. There we go. I'm gonna knock down the big guy. I'm gonna throw out my rockets. So as I was saying, if you're manualing, semi-autoing, you know, force your heal when you can, when you need to. Watch out for these. Like, these guys, they're okay. They've only got 35% crit rate. They do crit me fairly often though. Their attack is rather high. But as long as you take care of those two middle guys, you should be fine. Okay? Even if you've got relatively squishy units like I do. Now let's see. I'm going to use these rockets and we'll try and get to next phase a bit quicker. Come on. He's definitely dead. And he's dead too. Alright, there we go. Now that we're at the boss, first thing you want to take note of, left tower, always going to be the defense buff, 40%. Right tower is going to be the crit rate buff, 30%. Now if he, yep, okay, so we wait for the buff. Now, if we have a look at his stats, you can see he's got 69% crit rate with that crit rate buff, and he's got 2261 defense with that defense buff. So if you want to kill him a bit quicker, you want to take out the left tower first. If you want to protect yourself from getting crit too much, you want to take out the right tower first. Now you can see his base attack right now is 3800. He is going to get an attack buff. Let me see. I'm going to force this heal. I'm going to pop that shield up. Keep them a little bit safer. Then we start taking out these towers first. You can see I have low HP first selected rather than boss first. Oops. Let me get that auto going in. If you have boss select first selected, then often you're going to have to rely on AoE skills instead to take out the boss himself. Okay? So you want to watch out for that because, oh sorry, you're going to rely on AoE skills to take out the towers while you kill the boss. Now you can see he just attack buffed himself. That's what I was waiting for here. Did his little AoE. He went from that, what was it, 3,800-ish something attack to 5,000 attack. So you want to watch out for that. It's 30% buff. However, it's not too much of an issue if you bring a strip or an attack blocker. A buff blocker. So I believe Spitfire has a buff block ability. My airstrike here can strip. Ooh, look out! We're gonna do that. Get that heal out there, and we're gonna start nuking him. Now I'm gonna semi-auto this and force the shield to protect me for this turn. And on the next turn, we should be able to knock him down. Now this is just for my team, okay? And hopefully we strip a buff or two. Okay, I took out his defense there. You can see here. Because airstrike's got 75% chance to get rid of him. And let's see, I'll force the heal. And I'll just let them finish for us. But yeah, so based on your team composition, I'm going to recommend running the Shield Quartermaster or the Attack Quartermaster. If your team is rather tanky, you're not having too many issues, say you've got like 15k, 16k HP, then like on each of your units and stuff with a, you know, maybe 2k defense, like a lot of the life units are going to have, if you're running a poison comp. Let's see, let's force that shield just to be safe. Then you won't need to worry as much about defense, and you probably get away with using the attack Quartermaster, like the attack buff Quartermaster. However, if you're running a bit of a squishy team like me, so like a bomb team or a knockdown team or whatever units you've chosen to go with, maybe you've got Wallop in there for the Mirage Tower 50, then, you know, the Shield Quartermaster is probably going to be your safest bet. You see semi-autoing works pretty well. It is a lot safer for me. Now, when I want a full auto, okay, this isn't the team I use. So this was the team I used to 3-star, and it was the team I was using for full auto. And when a run did eventually like failed. I probably had like a 65% to 75% clear rate with this team comp running on its own. However, when I want to full auto, what I do is lately I've been swapping out Sharpshooter or Airstrike, and I've been running Grilla Drilla, or I've recently just in the last few days I've been working on Mysticat, and if I run either of these units, then it's a 100% clear rate. So once you get that initial 3-star, guys, once you get that initial 3-star, let me actually show you that gear. So you can see that Grilla Drilla has 2600 defense, 10k HP. Okay, he's just running the 4-star gear. He's got like this 5-star effect resistance item. And Mysticat, once again, just 4-star gear. Doesn't even have boots. And this effect accuracy 5-star item that I had. Hasn't even got his boots yet, because boots don't like to drop. But yeah, initial clear, important. When you run double healer in your main DPS, it's only extended my runs by about 4 to 5 extra turns. Sometimes it's like only 3 extra turns. Just something to take note of. You know, it's not that much longer if you run double healer once you've got your once you've got your 3-star. However, getting that initial 3-star, like when I ran it with the triple DPS team, again, I was only like 1 turn out, so I did it in 20 turns, and you have to do it within 20 turns. Okay, so something to take note of there. Anyways, I hope that helped, guys. Yes, actually, before I wrap it up, heroic feather pens. Okay. This is one of the main reasons that I like to suggest that, you go straight from like floor 4 or floor 5 with the 4-star gear straight into floor 6, because you can start getting these heroic feather pens, okay? It's very important, because once you've got these heroic feather pens, you can start getting these heroic legendary enchant scrolls, like Mana, Whirlwind, Immunity, and Bond, and Drain. You can see that the effects are a bit different. So something to take note of there, okay? Now, this guy is a little tougher to actually clear. You may need to manual him or semi-auto him even more. I will probably make a separate video on that guy shortly, once I, fiddle around a little bit more. But yeah, I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth on basic strategy for the Cyclops today. And I hope it's helped out, guys. Just, you just want to be careful. Try and take out that crit rate tower first if you're going to semi-auto it, because reducing the incoming damage does help a bit when you've got a squishy team. Even if you've got a bit of a tanky team, maybe you get a bit unlucky. But yeah, hope that's helped, guys. I wish you luck on your drops. Just be wary that the runes do cost, the gear does cost a lot to upgrade. 6-star gear is insane right now. It's like 80,000 or 86,000 gold just to +1 it, or just to attempt to +1 it. If I should, let me show you guys quickly before we head off. So Skylanders gear, I have been trying to upgrade some stuff. Let's see, this is heroic. I'll just show you guys a heroic one. That's 79,000. I'm pretty sure it's 86,000 for a legendary. So something to take note of. You can see I've +7'd this particular one. What's this? Here's a legendary 6-star. There you go, 82,000. And at +7, it is 110,000 per attempt, guys, per attempt. So do take note, 20% chance, or 19.5% chance at +7 to upgrade, not including the pity. So yeah, very scary. Enjoy your scenario farming for gold. I'll wrap it up there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.